Working on it. I'm going to call this meeting to order. Thank you.
Adequate notice of this meeting was provided and published in the Asbury Park Press and the Ocean Star on May 22nd, 2026. Copies of the agenda were provided to the newspaper, posted on public bulletin boards and the Township website.
Can I get a roll call, please?
Councilman Albanese.
Here.
Councilman Minikino.
Here.
Councilwoman Rena.
Here.
Councilman Cohen.
Here.
Councilwoman Travers.
Here.
Vice President Ambrosino.
Here.
President Feinman.
Here.
Thank you.
Now I'm going to ask everyone to please rise for a salute to the flag, pledge allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. And can I get a motion and a second to approve the minutes from the May 26, 2026 meeting?
Motion.
Second.
Copy that. Thank you. Roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Minikino.
Yes.
Councilwoman Rena.
Yes.
Councilman Cohen.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Ambrosino.
Yes.
President Feinman.
Yes.
Thank you.
And now it's my pleasure to invite Mayor and Acting Chief to the front for some police promotions.
Just not the swearing in. Good evening. Thank you all for coming. We're excited to promote 4 officers to ranks in our command staff, and we're very excited to see everyone from the public and families, retired officers here to join us tonight. And I'll keep it brief since it's 100 degrees in here again. Going to invite up Deputy Chief Jason Matthews, badge number 210. And you guys too. Come on. What's up, guys? They're my friends. They like to make fun of me, these ones, so we'll see if they can behave while I read Jay's accomplishments. Deputy Chief Matthews graduated from St. Rose High School in 2000. He attended Ocean County College and graduated in 2002 with an associate's degree in criminal justice. He was hired by the Brick Township Police Department in January 2001 as a Class 1 Special Law Enforcement Officer. Deputy Chief Matthews was hired by the Brick Township Police Department in August 2003 as a police officer. He has spent the majority of his career in patrol, working the evening shift. While in patrol, Deputy Chief Matthews served as a field training officer, and he worked as a detective in 2011. Deputy Chief Matthews was promoted to sergeant in December of 2012. He was a supervisor on the evening shift for his entire time as a sergeant. He was promoted to lieutenant in August of 2021, and he was the Deputy Operations Division Commander and Evening Shift Commander. Deputy Chief Matthews was promoted to captain in March of 2025 and assigned as the Operations Division Commander. He was a member of the Special Emergency Response Team from 2007 to 2025, and he was a CERT Commander from 2021 to 2025. Deputy Chief Matthews was a commander of the Marine Unit from 2015 until 2025. He's received 4 Meritorious Service Awards, 2 Grand Cordon Awards, the Patrolman Chris DeMarco Award, the Lieutenant McNellis Award, and numerous chief certificates. Deputy Chief Matthews will remain assigned to the Operation Division as the commander. Deputy Chief Matthews is accompanied by his wife, Deeren, and their children, Jameson, Bailey, Jack Ryan, Jason, and Julian. Congratulations.
Jason Matthews, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of the office of Deputy Chief according to the best of my ability. And that I solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey. And that I
I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments
and to the governments
established in the United States
established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people,
So help me God.
so help me God.
Next up is Captain Vincent Coburn, badge number 131. Come on. Captain Coburn is a 1985 graduate of Brick Memorial High School. He was hired as a police officer in Brick Township in September of 1994 and has over 32 years of experience. Captain Coburn worked the midnight shift and 4 to 12 shifts prior to being promoted to sergeant in December of 2007. During his time on patrol, Captain Coburn was a field training officer, member of the bicycle unit and the Marine unit. Captain Coburn was a member of the Special Emergency Response Team from 1997 until 2020, rising to the rank of Sir Commander. In December of 2016, Captain Coburn was promoted from the rank of sergeant to the rank of lieutenant, where he served in the Administrative Service Division and the Professional Standards Unit. During his time in the PSU, Captain Coburn oversaw the hiring of over 80 police officers. Captain Coburn earned the following accommodations during his career: Police Officer of the Year, the Meritorious Service Award, the Grand Cordon Award, the Life-Saving Award, and numerous chief certificates. Captain Coburn is accompanied by his wife, Elena, and his children, Vincent and Noel. Congratulations.
I,
Vincent Coburn,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of police captain
of the office of police captain
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
And I solemnly swear
And I solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear
true faith and allegiance to the same
true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments
and to the governments
established in the United States
established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Next up is Lieutenant William Vandrell, badge number 228. I'll bring it with me this time. Lieutenant William Vandrell brings 19 years of dedicated law enforcement service to his new role. Lieutenant Vandrell started his law enforcement career with the Brick Township Police Department in 2006, graduating from the Ocean County Police Academy at the top of his class. Lieutenant Vandrell has built a distinguished career through his extensive experience and dedication to the patrol division. He also served as an undercover detective with the Ocean County Narcotics Strike Force, where he spent a year performing undercover drug investigations. Promoted sergeant in 2018, Lieutenant Vandrell prioritized training and officer development as a cornerstone for patrol and has recently taken on the role of field training coordinator for the department. Throughout his career, Lieutenant Vandrell has earned 17 departmental award citations, including the Thomas McNellis Leadership Award, the Valor Award, Meritorious Service Awards, and Life-Saving Awards. Today, we recognize not only his accomplishments, but also his unwavering dedication to the profession and the community he serves. Lieutenant Vandrell is accompanied by his son, Drake. Congratulations.
I state your name.
I, William Vandrell,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
Lieutenant,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities,
And that I solemnly swear
and I solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear
and that I will bear
true faith and allegiance to the same,
truth, faith, and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments
and to the governments
established in the United States
established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Our last promotion for the evening is Sergeant Scott Mesmer, number 292. Sergeant Mesmer was raised in Brick Township and graduated from Brick Memorial High School in 2011. After graduating high school, Sergeant Mesmer attended Ocean County College, where he obtained his associate's degree in criminal justice. After graduating from OCC, he then attended Rutgers University and obtained his bachelor's degree in political science. Sergeant Mesmer began his law enforcement career as a special officer in Point Pleasant Beach in May of 2014 and worked there for 2 summers while he finished college. From there, he then attended the Cape May Police Academy and was hired by New Jersey Transit Police Department in September of 2016. Sergeant Mesmer was hired by the Brick Township Police Department in March of 2018 and spent 5 years in the patrol division on the midnight shift. In January 23, Mesmer was transferred from the patrol division to the traffic safety unit, where he led the investigations into many serious and fatal crashes that occurred within Brick Township. During his time with the Brick Township Police Department, Sergeant Mesmer served as the FTO, a drone operator, a crisis negotiator, a humane law enforcement officer, and is also a police boat operator on the department's Marine unit. Sergeant Mesmer has been the recipient of a Meritorious Service Award, a Grand Cordon Service Award, numerous chief certificates, and has received many letters of commendation. Sergeant Mesmer will be assigned to the patrol division as a midnight shift supervisor. Sergeant Mesmer is accompanied by his wife, Jackie, and their children, Owen and Madison. Congratulations.
I state your name.
I, Scott Mesmer,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially, and justly
impartially, and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of police sergeant
of the office of police sergeant
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
And I solemnly swear
And I solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments
and to the governments
established in the United States
established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people,
So help me God.
so help me God. Thank you.
Yes, we'll call them back up for a photo.
Yeah, why don't we have the officers back up for a photo?
Do you guys want to stand up and center?
We do. We were just thinking that.
Yeah. How many times have to center?
We were talking about earlier.
Oh,
We're there.
but Melissa's got to switch. I think actually if you're just speaking, she needs to go. Lisa might have to switch, or move closer to Steve, get right in there.
You want me on the tail now?
Perry, come on out here. Friendship, ready? Melissa, you want to either go in or out? Right, okay.
Good?
Lisa, this way or there? Okay. Melissa. Yeah, maybe switch with Greg. Okay, that would be better.
Guys, we want everybody up here. Even the ones in shorts. Yeah, everybody, come on, yeah.
feel like first is good. Hey, don't worry about it. It's happening. It's fine. Judith Josephs. Judith Josephs. All right, everyone, we're going to continue on here because we have another special event taking place. If I can have the Browns come up, Captain Jack, Mr. Fagan, come on up, and Judith. There's the man of the hour, dog of the hour. Hi. And Chris, I'm sorry about that. Thank you, everyone, for coming this evening. We have another special event, and I'd like to talk a little bit about it. I have a proclamation here. Ocean swimming presents inherent dangers, including strong currents, rip currents, changing surf conditions, and unpredictable weather, which can pose serious risks even to experienced swimmers. Education, awareness, and adherence to water safety practices are essential to preventing accidents and saving lives. Brick Township Beef Chief Rob Brown and his dog, Captain Jack, have been working to educate people of all ages about water safety through their Captain Jack Water Safety Canine Program, also known as the Sandy Paws Patrol. Rob, who has been a Brick Township lifeguard since 2008, and his wife Renee took Captain Jack in Newfoundland to train at the American Canine Water Rescue Academy, where the remarkable canine developed life-saving water rescue skills. Through the Sandy Paws Patrol Program and a partnership with the New Jersey Swim Safety Alliance, Rob Brown and Captain Jack have expanded water safety education throughout New Jersey and the Mid-Atlantic region, teaching life-saving skills and promoting awareness of water-related hazards. Their efforts have been recognized with a National Drowning Prevention Alliance Award for Safety in 2024, and earlier this year, when their Sandy Paws Patrol was recognized with the New Jersey Recreation and Park Association's Award for Excellence in Educational Programming at the organization's annual convention. And I'm proud to say also we have a number of our lifeguards here this evening, so I'd like a round of applause for them as well. They work throughout the season to keep all of us safe, and I must say, under Rob Brown's direction, and formally, I would like to say that we do have the best lifeguards in New Jersey, and I can say that without a question. I spent a lot of time on the beach. You guys do a great job. So thank you so much. So therefore, I, Lisa Crates, Mayor of the Township of Brick, in the County of Ocean in the state of New Jersey, in honor of their being awarded the NJRPA's Award for Excellence in Educational Programming, and in appreciation for their efforts in teaching water safety, do hereby proclaim Wednesday, June 10th, 2026, to be Rob Brown and Captain Jack Day here in Brick Township. It's genuinely an honor, and I know, Judith, you wanted to say a few words as well.
Yes, please. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor and members of council, for having me here tonight. My name is Judith Lebline Josephs. I am a very past president of the New Jersey Recreation and Park Association, but I'm a founding member of the New Jersey Swim Safety Alliance. And first of all, I have to say tonight is all about all kinds of heroes. This room was filled with so many heroes, and God bless you all as we enter this summer. Heroes take all kinds of shapes, and some even have fur, and that's pretty remarkable. I heard somebody, I was in one of the stores in Brick the other day. You have a few stores here, and I heard somebody say there's two kinds of people who are from Brick and people who wish they were from Brick. Is that true? Yeah, that's what I heard at a store. I did. So, and thank you to Matt and his staff for making this arrangement today. Upon a visit to Brick Beach one day, I happened to live in the borough of Lavalette, and I'm the ADA coordinator there as a volunteer. I'm a former recreation director of many, many years. And Brick Township has been a repeated member and award-winning member of NJRPA for many, many years, and we really appreciate that too. But the New Jersey Swim Safety Alliance formed during COVID to try to get beaches and pools open again because swimming and water safety is essential. And we are committed to making the life sport of swimming safe again. And water safety is our main priority, education. And so upon a visit to Brick Beach, the first time, I went to see your mats, you know, the ADA mats. And I met this fellow over here, Donovan. And he said, "What do you do?" And I said, "I'm on the New Jersey Swim Safety Alliance." And you have to meet Jack. So before you know it, I met Captain Jack and Rob and Renee and was so impressed that on their own, they had taken on this program to walk the beaches and to teach children about how to be safe. And as you can see, Jack is a magnet. Young and old, everybody loves Jack. And when we heard about that, the New Jersey Swim Safety Alliance said, let's take on Jack as one of our educational programs and help fund it and help it keep it alive. And now they are coming to different events that we run, everything from water safety for special needs kids and surfers to senior citizens to beachgoers all over the Garden State. So we are so proud of them. We nominated them for a National Drowning Prevention Alliance Award in 2024 as a water safety champion, a huge award, and they won it. And then just last year, the New Jersey Recreation and Park Association recognized them for excellence in education, in particular in health. And we are so very proud. And today we have that, and we have so many generations of lifeguards, not only in the audience, but we have Dad Donovan, we have Renee, we have Rob, we have the captain, and we have Maverick taking a little nap. So many generations. Rob, congratulations.
Thank you.
On behalf of the Recreation Department, I'd like to first thank all of our lifeguards for coming out here today. I'd like to thank Deputy Chief Donovan Brown for everything he does. And of course, Renee, Maverick, and Rob, thank you for everything you do for our beach. And Captain Jack, we look forward to a lot of great days in the future, seeing you as well. So we look forward to everything with you, Rob. Congratulations on this award today. Thank you.
Just want to thank everyone, especially the guards, you guys, for coming out. It really means a lot to me. This is something that kind of happened by itself. It kind of just snowballed into what it is today. So I'm really glad that I can do all the things we do with the people that support us, between the lifeguards, the Recreation Department, the Township, the New Jersey Swim Safety Alliance. I'm glad I can represent everyone and try to spread awareness for water safety and water safety education. Thank you.
A little tighter, Chris. So when she's done, we need 8 chairs. 8 chairs, there's one here, so 7 more. Because we're gonna get the lifeguards in the picture. All right, council's coming down for the second one.
I'd like to take this. Yo, we're walking past chairs.
Grab one more. Yeah, we got it. Wait. One more. You got it. He's coming. It's a little nice in our office. Yeah, right? Might need one more. One more. One more? Yeah.
Before we move into the consent agenda, we're going to do things a little bit differently tonight because we do have representatives from the county. So at this point, I'd like to invite County Commissioner Bacchione to come up to the lectern, and we'll follow that by public comment regarding Lanes Mill only, if that's okay.
Yes, and Commissioner Gorman as well.
Commissioner Gorman
And our county BA, Mike Fiore.
and County BA Mike Fiore. Yes. Thank you for being here. Yeah, thank you all for being here.
Thank you. First, congratulations to the police and to the lifeguards. As was said earlier, it's a hero's night. We're here tonight basically to, there was a heartbreaking, tragic incident that happened here in Brick a few weeks ago. And we want to know, we want everyone to know in Brick Township, in the residents, that Ocean County, our engineer is here as well, I'm sorry. Mark, you want to come up? Ocean County is deeply, hurt by what has happened with the family, and we feel very bad for your loss. However, right after the incident happened, we did have our county engineer, Mark, reach out to not only one of the township council people, but also to the school superintendent to make sure that we can work together to ensure safety for every one of our residents in Brick Township. So on behalf of the commissioners, myself and Ray Gormley came up to show that we are here in support of not just everyone in Brick, but everyone in Ocean County that they remain safe on our county roads, and that we're all working together to ensure safety. Okay.
Thank you. If it's okay with you, we can open up to public comment and questions while we have you all here.
Yeah, this is our county administrator, Mike Fiore, and our county engineer, Mark Jenke, who would be able to answer some questions for the audience.
So is there anyone from public who'd like to come up with any questions or comments while we have the team from the county here?
Sure. Hi, my name is Lori Cotman. I live at 332 Jerome Street in Brick Township, off of Van Zyl Road, which is also a county road. I just wanted to let you know, number one, I was Jackson's third grade teacher, so this hits very close to my heart. And I'm sitting next to his mother, who is here today. So we appreciate anything and everything that you can do to help with the safety of Lanes Mill Road. As a teacher on Lanes Mill Road, my students walk to school, and it is a concern for me every single day. They're like my own children who have gone through brick schools and graduated and moved on to their own lives. But these children are still very, very important to me. That's why I changed careers. I left the insurance industry and became an educator, because I want to make a difference and be part of this community, not just as a taxpayer and a resident, but as someone who makes a difference. Couple of things that are really, really important to me. That those lights that flash in the school zones, I know there's a problem. They're old. Parts are probably not available. That no matter what has to be done, if they have to be replaced, they have to be replaced. Those are so important. One of our teachers just last year, the same direction where it's broken, was rear-ended with her blinker on and her brake lights on, waiting to turn into the school. In the morning before school. Car was totaled. She's lucky she wasn't hurt, but she did take a serious financial loss because her car was totaled. And then we had the crossing guard who got hit in the same direction where the blinking light is broken just a few months ago. Again, fortunately, he was not hurt seriously, and he has returned to work. And then, unfortunately, we had the incident a little bit further up the road where Jackson was fatally injured in a crosswalk, doing everything that he was supposed to do, going to school in the morning, a time where we should have our children feel safe. I ask that you really consider the speed limit. I know that it's a thoroughfare to get to the hospital. Bridge Avenue is a county road. They have lowered that speed limit to 30 after several pedestrians have been hit by cars. It's a county road, and part of it's a state highway, and the bridge was also lowered to 30, and they added all these beautiful bike lanes. We can do more for our safety, for our families and our children. Van Zyl Road is only 35. It's also a county road that leads to schools. It has about the same, I would say, density of homes along Van Zyl Road as you have along Lanes Mill Road. So if it has to do with the density of the population and the number of people that live on the road, I feel like it is a similar demographic. So if it can be 35 on Van Zyl, why can't we get it down to 30 or 35 like other roads in our area have done? These are all recent changes. So maybe we do need to do a really strong reevaluation here. I'm begging you to look into that avenue if you can. People at our last meeting were talking about maybe making those school zones a little bit larger. I don't know exactly if that's possible, but they literally start at the driveway of the school and end at the opposite driveway. And you go from 40 to 25 to 40. By the time someone sees that the school zone is approaching, maybe we need a sign that says it's ahead, school zone ahead. By the time a person sees that 25 and hits the brakes to slow down, they're out of it. They never really got to 25, so it's not really safe. I know I spoke to several police officers, and I know they're doing a fantastic job of patrolling the road, but a lot of the people getting pulled over are parents bringing their kids to school. We need to educate our families that this is something that is not just one or two people's problem or a problem at a certain time of the day. It's a problem all the time. We need to be driving more carefully, and we need to be enforcing it, and we need the public can't forget. A couple of weeks have gone by, and we can't forget. We cannot forget Jackson. We cannot forget what happened here, and we have to do everything that we can to make sure that we don't have a repeat of something like this. This is his legacy. This is the reason that if you have to look for a positive for why this happened, the positive is going to be we're going to save a lot more children's lives. We're going to make Brick Township safer. We're going to have assurance that parents can let their children walk and bike to school safely, and we're going to be a safe community that is the reason people live here. We want to live in the suburbs. We want to live in a place where our children can play outside and enjoy everything that Brick Township has to offer. So I'm begging you to please consider all of those things very, very strongly for the children and hopefully my grandchildren someday. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else from public? Yes, sir.
Sorry. My name's Amy Cabrera, and I'm from 604 Caroline Avenue. I have a letter here, but before I would like to share, I've known Jackson since my daughter's in kindergarten with him. I drive my daughter to school at the same high school because she doesn't get bused. Because we live too close, and that road is ridiculous. It just is. I'm sorry, there's no sidewalk on one side, there's not another. The speeding, there's no slowing down. Also, I saw Jackson that morning, because Jackson crosses, so my backyard is Eliike, which I've also in the past had to address to the county because a car literally drove through my backyard, through another backyard, and out. Now we have guardrails there. I did a lot of fighting for that too. I couldn't let my own kids play in my backyard, which is sad. So that morning, since I drive her, every morning we would see Jackson ride past. He would go up my block so he can go up Rhode Island the correct way and use the crosswalk. He was our built-in alarm clock. She would come in and go, "Mom, we're gonna be late, Jackson passed." I saw him that morning. We went up lanes, we went up the street, and it was weird, because I couldn't go, which I'm usually trying to merge in, and we're like, oh my God, someone's laying in the road. We didn't know what happened. And then later she texted me saying, they're saying it's Jackson. I don't know if it's Jackson. I said, Healy, rumors happen, just let it. It was Jackson. But this shouldn't be. This shouldn't be. We shouldn't be scared for our kids to go to school. We shouldn't be scared for our kids to get to school. It's not okay. I shouldn't have to, as a taxpayer, worry about making sure I drive and drop my high schooler off at a front door like a preschooler because I don't trust that road. So anyway, on that was my side note, sorry. So I'm here today as a concerned resident of Brick to formally request immediate traffic engineering interventions on Lanes Mill Road. The critical roadway serves as 3 separate educational facilities. Brick Memorial High School, Leeds Mill Elementary School, and Herbertsville Preschool, creating an incredibly high-density environment where children of all ages interact with vehicles on a daily basis. Our community is currently shattered by a recent heartbreak on May 19th, 2026, when a 15-year-old Brick Memorial freshman Jackson Muller was tragically struck and killed by a speeding vehicle while riding his bicycle through a marked crosswalk at the intersection of Lanes Mill and Rhode Island. This devastating hit and run is a severe escalation of an ongoing history of dangerous speeding and accidents along this roadway. Leaving this corridor in its current configuration presents an unacceptable risk to our children. To prevent further tragedies and protect our children, I urgently request the county and Brick to evaluate and implement the following proven safety measures on Lanes Mill Road: physical traffic calming, install raised crosswalks, speed cushions, and change the speed limit. Intersection visibly and engineering speed bumps, yellow signal flashing lights, and assign bicycle lanes. And speed cameras and increase active police patrols during this heavy traffic situations. Our community deserves streets where our children can travel to school without fear and parents can send their children to school without fear. I look forward to your prompt response regarding how they can address this critical safety crisis. Thank you for your time, leadership, and dedication for our Brick family. Sincerely, Amy Cabrera. And I also put together a petition, and I received 100 signatures just at a softball game where her daughter was also playing against, because we together as a team and as a community are scared, and we shouldn't feel this way. So, thank you.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Good evening. We're Cindy and Andy Patterson, lifelong residents here of the township. I've personally lived on Lanes Mill for over 50 years. I could tell you about the buses that get passed every day, picking up children, our own children, when they went to school. It's not unique to Lanes Mill Road, but unfortunately, there's a lot of focus on the street now. You know, people that K-turn and U-turn through people's front yards and such, it's pretty difficult. It goes on a daily basis. Just would like to know from you what plans are now to improve upon the current situation.
I can answer that. Do you have any questions?
Yes.
I want to, as a mom, and I'm very sorry for your loss, started this when our kids were little. I'm born and raised in Brick. We have a 42-year-old, a 40-year-old, and a 36-year-old. We went through this. They went to Herbertsville School. They went to Vets. They went to Brick Memorial. All during that time, our kids were almost run over by buses being passed on the right, by kids racing to try to, we're 2 houses from the Herbertsville Lanes Mill Light. When the high schoolers get out of school, they race on the wrong side of the road to make the light at Herbertsville and Lanes Mill Road. There's been many accidents. They've driven through the barn that's right next to us. We have 3 very large Christmas trees in our front yard. So if they don't make that light, like when they drove through the barn, it would stop them from driving through our house. as recently as yesterday, when we were having work done in our driveway and in our home, I had to go out there at the dismissal of Herbertsville Nursery School, which my own granddaughter attended the past 2 years. She's now in kindergarten. So I've dealt with that way. That doesn't work from when my kids went to school, and now my granddaughters went to school there. But yesterday, I had to get out, direct traffic, because almost one of the workmen was almost hit in my driveway from people making illegal U-turns in both our driveway, Bren's driveway. He almost got hurt. And we've been battling this since our kids were little, and nothing has been done. Nothing has been done. An answer at one time was, we don't have sidewalks in front of our house. His parents originally bought the property in the 70s and had to dedicate 13 feet of the front yard for sidewalks. That was in the 70s. There are no sidewalks on our front yard. We have asked, they've come out and supposedly surveyed or whatever. Nothing has ever been done. One of their things that they said for me to do when our children went to Lanes Mill, I was supposed to cross the county road, walk on the sidewalk, and then cross again. I said, like, I will.
It was better off the kids got to class with wet shoes by walking across the neighbor's lawn.
Yard. It doesn't make sense. So this is from the 70s sidewalks were supposed to be put in, and now we have a family going through what they're going through, which we were fearful of all these years that would happen to us. And now we're the old people on the block. So I have the younger neighbors coming to us saying, what did you do when your kids were younger? I said, we've been battling it since then. And now grandkids going to school there and nothing is done. Nothing. So something has to get done. This is ridiculous. Not only are there schools on that road, there's 4 ball fields, there's a park, there's like so many things that scream out that something needs to be done. I can tell you, yesterday alone, after when I went out and was directing traffic, there was someone, and I would lay my life that it was a high schooler that was probably doing 80 miles an hour. It happens all the time. You can hear them coming. Please do something. Please do something. It's horrible. And we live there.
And honestly, you know, it's a lot of the traffic that comes off of Herbertsville onto Lanes Mill and the rapid acceleration from that point. Cars, trucks, you name it. It's 2 county roads that intersect. People are trying to get where they're going, but it is a dangerous corner.
This seems not as important, and we will just keep fixing them and fixing them. Sprinkler heads in the front yard. He's had to put cement around them because people, now this isn't in the driveway, this is in our front yard. People pulling all the way onto our front yard, running our sprinkler heads. And I'm telling you, it's like feet back. We now have, they've been there for quite a while, 2 reflectors in this shape out by our mailbox, because our mailbox has been taken out multiple times by people speeding down the road, or a lot of that has happened because of Herbertsville School. There's a line down our road, around the corner. Somebody else is going to get killed in a car because they're backed up Herbertsville Road trying to drop their kids off to Herbertsville School. That's nursery school kids, nursery school kids. It's unacceptable. It really is unacceptable. Something, please do something. Anything else?
Thank you for giving us some time.
Thank you.
My
My name is Brent Swanson. I live on Lanes Mill Road, 2296. I'm Cindy and Andy's neighbor. I have the pleasure of having the Herbertsville preschool line up in front of our house and all the way around the corner. That is 2 active bus stops. So since it's become a preschool, my kids have to play Frogger between the cars that are lining up to get onto their bus. The bus doesn't even feel like it's safe to stop there. So that's something we've been dealing with. They literally block our driveway and move up in line to get to the preschool while kids are getting picked up at that stop. It's been happening. The bus even it felt like it was not safe to drop off there, so they got in the line, and they were in the line because they were like, we can't drop off when somebody can pull in front. They also run the reds on a weekly basis. I've been to the town council meeting last time. I've been to the Board of Ed because I'm trying to dot these I's and cross these T's. It's a lot of people's responsibility to come together. This morning I met with the assemblymen, Kanitra, and at their offices. They're more than happy to help. We spoke about in New Jersey, there's a law that if you live 2.5 miles, you don't have to be bused. But in New Jersey, you also don't have to provide a sidewalk. So he's willing to go and lobby the fact that it has to be one or the other. We understand that it would be billions of dollars in infrastructure in order to put sidewalks on all of these streets, but you can't have both. So either bust them or have sidewalks. They can't go like this. It's unsafe. And everybody is driving their kids because it's not safe, because they're running the reds. I spoke at the Board of Ed meeting. It happens on a weekly basis. They run right through the bus stop. Is stopped clearly there, and the only thing the bus is doing is beeping the horn, which makes the children that are getting on the bus panic, and they run toward the traffic, which is making it even worse. So right now, the Board of Ed has said, and Transportation has said, they're going to take tally of how many, and I said, it's probably not just happening in front of my house, of all of the reds being run in this town. And I look forward to going back to the Board of Ed meeting and getting those statistics as well. It has to stop. And it's also that everyone has a different, it's not my job, it's a county road, or it's not my, it can't be pass the buck anymore. It has to be, let's have a solution. So the lights need to get changed. The blinking lights going south do not work. The 2 25-mile-an-hour zones are being blocked by bushes right now, by trees that are in the way of the 25-miles-an-hour zone. And I also beg of you to not have it be 40-25, 40-25. When all of the parallel roads, which is Maple and Sally Ike, are 35, why does it need to be a 40 when you're coming to a 25 any second? It literally says as soon as you make a left out of Brick Memorial and you head towards Lanes Mill, 40. When you're practically like not even a second away, you're in a 25-mile-an-hour school zone. Safety, it needs to be addressed. The sidewalks need to be addressed. The snow that was here this winter and having the kids having to walk with the snow, the neighbors, they got a warning for not shoveling their sidewalk. Guess what? There's no sidewalks. The only person that has a sidewalk is in front of my house. It's just from here to next door. Everywhere else, there's no sidewalks. So how are the kids walking with all of the snow that accumulated this winter? All things that really need to be addressed, and I plead that you will actually do something before there's another fatality. I think that's it, but that's quite a lot, so hopefully you help. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay.
I invite you to come sit in my driveway. We have plenty of room. We can fit like a dozen cars in our driveway. I'll give you coffee, breakfast, lunch, afternoon snacks. Come see for yourself. Please. You would not want your child, no less your grandchild, no less somebody I didn't even know till this horrible tragedy go through this. It's terrible. Open invitation. Just knock on my door. You're welcome to come.
Thank you. Anyone else from? All right.
Grants that Assemblyman Kenesha discussed, and we discussed with him today. There's one that we as the public, we can apply for, but it just passed. There's one that you as a county and as a district can apply for. It's, and that's how Point Pleasant got their bike lanes. So that really should happen. The one is for $165 million worth of bikeway and safe transit, just specifically for kids to get safe ways to school. Why is no one tapping into that money? I don't want to hear that it's a budget issue.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone else from public who'd like to come up to the lectern?
Hello, my name is Victoria Bacala. I grew up in a small town, 1 square mile of happiness. It was called Milltown, New Jersey, by New Brunswick. I lived on the residential street that was where the elementary school was. And there were solutions to these problems. And the majority of moms in those days walked us to school. But this is my name and my phone number. And I would like to see our school children be safer. I think it's really important. I thank everybody who came out here tonight to support Jackson's family. And I ask that I tune into the mayor's minutes. That's how I knew to come tonight. I know our mayor is addressing this, but she needs the cooperation from the county and real action. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else from the public who'd like to come up at this point? Yes.
No sidewalks, no accessibility to be able to walk, and it was scary because I would have to like go onto the road and then get off of the road and then go back on the road. And sorry, I don't really have anything prepared, but I just wanted you guys to know, like from high schoolers' eyes, and I would like if it would be possible to like again like lower it, because when I'm walking and I have to cross on the when I would have to cross, it would just be cars flying down, and I would be waiting there for 5-10 minutes for a car to like stop, or for there to be no cars for me to be able to cross, because I would go to cross and then a car would just fly right down, and that is also an issue. And then I started going just across and then walk on the other side, and then I realized that there was no sidewalk, so I was on the side of the road again. So either way, it was like kind of like a lose-lose situation, because I would be waiting 5 to 10 minutes to cross because cars would be speeding, or nobody would stop, or I would be on the side of the road. So if it would be if it would be possible to get like just lower the speed limit, have a bike lane, or just add sidewalk to the other side of Lanes Mill, because that would make it 100 times easier walking to and from school, and I know it would make all the high schoolers feel safe. And thank you for your time.
Thank you, Haley. Anyone else from public who'd like to come up? Bob, I think we have one more comment. Yeah, I think we just have one more comment, though, and then we could turn the lectern around, if that's all right.
I'll be real quick. Bob Manliano from Brick. Manalogan Road, everybody familiar with Manalogan Road? Okay, where's Manalogan Road? Goes right to the ocean, correct? Is there anywhere, there's a bike road there, or people can walk on there? Not at all. There's no sidewalks. There's part of Manalogan Road that has the people's backyard fence, and the road. Where the kids that ride the bikes, because there's 3 rental places now that people can rent bikes. There's nothing there for the people to go down, so they drive it on the shoulder. What happens when a car is making a left turn? What's the guy behind him gonna do? He goes on the shoulder where he's gonna end up hitting somebody. It's gonna happen. There's a lot of kids on bikes, especially when now they have bike rentals there. That's a situation where I think the county should put a bike trail on the side of the road where they can go down and ride their bike safely. I don't know what the law is, but it's something that should be addressed, where it's a safety for, at least have it in their mind, you know what I mean? Because these people around here, not everybody, but I'm saying a lot of people like to pass on the right side, and it's a very dangerous situation. All right, thanks.
Thank you. Yeah, let's turn that around. Thank you, Bob.
So my name is Mike Fury. I'm the Ocean County Administrator, and it's not easy to talk about things like this, and I'm very sorry for your loss. I'm very sorry for everyone who was here, who experienced that loss, who was friends with the family, had children who were friends with the boy. I want to let you know that immediately after this happened, our Commissioner Bacchione was in touch with your mayor. Your mayor was quick to act and reached out to the county right away. We have a meeting coming up on the 25th. We are not just going to include the county and the town. We are going to talk with law enforcement. We're going to talk with the schools. We are going to talk with anyone who's involved that could help out with the situation on that road. Our county engineer has already acted independently and has put some, you might see some boxes out on the street. Those are to monitor how many vehicles come down that street and what the speed of those vehicles are. So we're not going to wait until we have that meeting to start collecting data. This will take a little time for us to figure out what one is legally possible, what is able to be engineered, what the town would like us to do. But we are going to work with the town and all parties involved to make sure that road becomes safer. Some of the issues that we heard are the engineering aspect of it. Some were enforcement action, and I think we could only solve this by having a collaborative effort. So we will communicate the county's positions through the mayor and her staff. So if you have any questions, the mayor will be updated with everything that we are doing. Part of the solution is good communication, and we're gonna make sure we have good communication with both the residents of Brick Township and with the mayor and council. So we'll be back to another meeting to let you know what we're going to be doing on that road, and the township can talk about some of the things that we're doing in collaboration with them. So again, I'm very, very sorry that this has occurred, but we're going to try to make it better out there for the residents.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you all for coming tonight.
Can you just tell us what time that meeting is going to be on the 25th?
I don't know, but it's not a public meeting.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, no, I'm not speaking. Thank you for coming out.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Council President, if I may, I just
Oh,
wanted
yes.
to, I just wanted to point out, I know you mentioned grants available. I don't know if that person's still here. I do want to let you know, with regard to grants, one of the things that we've been very proactive with here in Brick Township is the Safe Routes to School grants, which we've received several. And if you live along Lanes Mill Road, you'll note that since 2018, the improvements that have been made on that road so far have been due to those safe routes to school. So sidewalks that were put in, all of the pedestrian crosswalks that were put in, all the signage that was put in leading up to the schools, including the high school, was through those grants. And it wasn't just Lanes Mill. We've done that through Midstreams, Drum Point. We've worked very hard with our township planner. And through those grants, we were able to get what is there now. But as you heard from the county administrator, we will continue to work together with the county and with any other officials that want to work with us to make all the streets, all of the county streets and streets throughout our township safer. So thank you.
Thank you. And again, I want to thank the county representatives for coming tonight. And now we can move on to the consent agenda.
All matters listed under item consent agenda will be enacted by one motion in the form listed below. If discussion is desired on any item, this item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately.
Thank you. 5-1.
Authorization to cancel grants, appropriated reserves, and receivables.
Councilman Cohen.
Thank you, Council President. The resolution authorizes unexpended amounts in a grant receivable for various grants with balances that could not be applied to the programs.
Thank you. 5-2.
Authorize an emergency appropriation to fund a down payment in connection with bond ordinance.
Councilman Minikino.
Thank you. This resolution authorizes an emergency appropriation to fund a down payment bond for ordinance needed to acquisition of a property for open space. The parcel being acquired is block 1420.16, lot 1, an undersized lot on Pennsylvania. The Brick Open Space Saver Committee has recommended the acquisition of the location and size of the lot makes it ideal for preservation as opposed to residential development. Thank you.
Thank you. 5-3.
Authorize receipt of bids 2026 Capital Improvement Road Program Millbrook section.
Councilwoman Travers.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the receipt of bids for the Millbrook Section Roadway Improvement Project. The streets to be paved in this project include Millbrook Road, Heather Lane, Clover Road, and Allwood Road. The project generally consists of milling, base repair, asphalt paving, ADA-compliant ramps, sidewalk repairs, striping, tree trimming, and other miscellaneous work. This project is funded in the 2026 capital budget. Thank you.
Thank you. 5-4.
Authorize receipt of bids improvements to Mallard Point roads.
Council Vice President Ambrosino.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the receipt of bids for improvements to the Mallard Park roads. This project will generally consist of the milling and overlay of streets in Mallard Point. It's going to include Drake Road, Mandarin Road, Teal Road, Crane Road, Heron Road, Penguin Road, Swan Road, Havens Drive, Kettle Creek Drive, and Doe Court. This project is also funded in the 2026 capital budget. Thank you.
Thank you. 5-5, please.
Authorize donation to Board of Education various vehicles.
Councilman Cohen.
This resolution authorizes the donation of 6 retired vehicles to the Board of Education. These vehicles are surplus property, no longer needed for township use.
Thank you. 5-6.
Authorize award of contract, purchase and delivery of one 2027 Ford E250 Eldorado Advantage.
Councilwoman Reyna.
Thank you. This resolution authorizes an award of contract in the amount of $135,540 to Rohrer Enterprises, Trenton, for the purchase and delivery of a Ford E450 Eldorado Advantage minibus for the Township Senior Services Transportation Program. This purchase is being made through the Ocean County Cooperative Pricing System. Thank you.
Thank you. 5-7.
Authorize award of contract, purchase and delivery of 2 Labrie right-handed automizer garbage trucks.
Councilman Albanese.
Thank you. This resolution authorizes an award of contract in the total amount of $661,241.04 with 2 vendors, Grand Turk Equipment, Bridgeport, Pennsylvania, and Hunter, Jersey, Peterbilt, for 2 sidearm garbage trucks as needed by Department of Public Works. This purchase is being made through the Sourcewell National Cooperative.
Thank you. 5-8.
Authorize award of contract, purchase and delivery of 1 Leach rear loader garbage truck.
Councilman Minikino.
Thank you. This resolution authorizes an award of contract in the amount of $291,146.64 with 2 vendors, Grand Turk Equipment, Bridgeport, PA, and Hunter, Jersey, Peterbilt, for the 2 rear loaders as needed for the Department of Public Works. This purchase is being made through the Sourcewell National Cooperative. Thank you.
Thank you. 5-9.
Authorize change order number 1, multi-location roadway resurfacing.
Councilwoman Travers.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes a change order increasing the contract with MECO Inc. of Clarksburg by $26,714 for the multi-location roadway resurfacing project currently underway. The increased change order is to account for the extension of paving limits on Ridge Road and, and as-built quantities. Thank you.
Thank you. 510.
Authorize award of contract demolition of 982 Falkenberg Road.
Council Vice President Ambrosino.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the award of a contract in the amount of $22,222 to Messer Cola Excavating, Inc. of Plainfield. This is for the demolition of 982 Falkenberg Road. This demolition has been authorized by the Township's Property Maintenance Board. Thank you.
Thank you. 511, please.
Authorize 2026-2027 liquor license renewals without restrictions, consumption, distribution, and club licenses.
Councilman Albanese.
Thank you. This resolution authorizes 2026-2027 liquor license renewals without restrictions to certain preliminary retail consumption licenses and certain preliminary retail distribution licenses.
Thank you. 512.
512 is authorized 2026-2027 plenary retail consumption liquor license renewals with restrictions for Applebee's, Barnegat Bayside Services, Bonefish Grill, Buffalo Wild Wings, Carrabba's Italian Grills, Frit, Houlihan's, JSM at Brick 4 LLC, Manahawkin Road Ale House, Outback Steakhouse, Quaker Steak and Lube, Red Robin, and Urban Cool House.
Thank you. 513, please.
It's a bond release, an inspection fund release for Block 646, Lot 31.
Thank you. 514.
14A is 100% DAV widow of veteran deduction of Block 902.33, Lot 3. 14B, 100% DAV widow of veteran deduction of Block 1052, Lot 19. 14C is a tax overpayment for 2026 of Block 313, Lot 13.
Thank you. That brings us to the end of the consent agenda. Can I get a motion and a second on the consent agenda?
Motion.
Second.
Copy that. Thank you. Open to council.
Council President, I just
Yes.
have a couple of questions on number 12. Can anyone tell us, please, first, what the restrictions are? What is Barnegat Bayside Services? Who is FRIT? Who is JSM at Brick? And Quaker Steak and Lube is being torn down. So I know the liquor license is being transferred, but I don't see the transfer here. I see the license still under the name of Quaker Steak and Lube.
I can go over them.
yes, please.
I mean, you did say it fast, so.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, so the first
So-
one is B, Barnegat Bayside Services.
Okay, that's at the end of Manahawkin Road at the base, Barnegat Bayside Marina,
Okay.
and that one's in Pocket.
FRIT, F,
It's Federal Realty, they own the Brick Plaza.
who's their liquor license with?
That one's also in Pocket. That's not an active liquor license, it's in
Okay,
Pocket.
JSM,
JSM at Brick is the owner of the Food Town site where the Sports Dome is.
we're gonna be serving alcohol at the Sports Dome?
They do own a liquor license, yes. I don't know that that's where they're gonna put it, but they do own a liquor license.
I mean, isn't that a facility for?
They also own the shopping center where Costco is.
Okay. Quaker Steak and Lube is being torn down as we speak.
Quaker Steak and Lube still owns the liquor license, and it is up for renewal.
Okay, so how long do these sit inactive where they aren't turned back in and we resell them?
Yeah,
Well, that's kind of,
They don't get turned back in. They conceivably could. There's a new law that was adopted, I think about a year or two ago, when they do put a limit on how long it's a pocket license. It used to be unlimited. Now it's either 2 or 3 years, and they either have to transfer it or put it into active use. It's almost unheard of that they don't do that and they forfeit it back to the town. It is private property they own, so it's, to get it back, I mean, I think the last one sold for about $800,000, so they don't just sort of revert back to us.
I mean, Quaker Steak and Lube has got to be closed 3 years.
It may well be. I mean, they might be near the limit.
they apply
but-
for a special ruling each time. After 2 years, every 2 years, they do have to apply to the state ABC for a special ruling to renew again in Pocket.
So we can't pull these licenses back and resell them.
No, that's, you
I
can't.
wouldn't
What are the
recommend it.
restrictions? It says with restrictions.
I have the restrictions in all the resolutions. I can read them if you'd like.
Just give me the synopsis of.
It's generally the amount of seats that they have in the restaurant, that it has to have be a family style menu, limited seats at the bar, so that it's a restaurant with a bar and not a bar with a restaurant.
Those restrictions are typically placed at the time that the township sells them, because the township then designates them for a particular type of use. In other words, not a bar, but a family-style restaurant on many occasions.
All right, so on Quaker Steak and Lube, the restrictions, so that liquor license is going to be transferred. If I remember, we did something on this a couple of council meetings ago. So that's going to be transferred. And again, the restriction on that, what they're transferring it to has got to be within that restriction. They can't have more seats.
Correct. The restriction travels with the license.
So even though the license may not be at the actual site of Quaker Steak and Lube, it could be across town somewhere, it still falls within, they're allowed 100 seats.
Correct. They could transfer it to any site in Brick, but it will have those restrictions associated with it.
Okay, I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else from council?
I do.
Yes.
Thank you. My questions are related to item number 2, and so I want to be crystal clear and asking questions that our residents and taxpayers are seeking answers to. First question, what is the criteria used to justify taking on additional debt to purchase this property? Second question, why does this get prioritized over other properties where residents want preserved from overdevelopment? Going forward, what are our standards? How do we avoid setting a precedent here tonight for properties when there is opposition to proposed development? So those are my questions related to number 2.
Okay.
So,
Ms.
I mean,
Bergen?
I'll take the first shot.
Okay.
It's always within, this is within the discretion of the governing body, whether to acquire it or not. So the discretion is you can exercise that in any manner you choose. I know the Brick Open Space Savers Committee has some parameters, I think. I think the mayor's more familiar with them than I, but ultimately it's going to be your choice whether to acquire and what to acquire.
And I'll add to that, there was significant public request that this be acquired. They did not want to see residential development there, so it is part and parcel with lots of other requests. What's different is that you have to have a willing seller, and that seller has to be willing to sell it to a municipality who is set by finite amounts of what they can spend on properties. You can't negotiate. You have to go by appraised value. So you don't always have, you have people that want a parcel acquired, but without a willing seller, it's a non-starter. And if that willing seller wants to negotiate for the best price, then it's not the township that you should be dealing with.
And so is that the criteria that you're saying is in place for all others going forward in order to avoid this setting a precedent when there are strong public opinions about the acquisition of properties such as this?
So Boss, I would imagine maybe the mayor's going to talk about Boss a little bit. So they look at every parcel. So the parcels that come to us are always from Brick Open Space Savers, because that's what they're tasked to do. Look at if it makes sense to buy it for acquisition. Of course, the public requests to purchase a property and a willing seller help put it higher on the priority list because you have all of the pieces that you need to make it a potential acquisition. This came up recently, so it wasn't part of their long-term acquisition plan, but the willing seller presented himself, and it was an opportunity that they wanted us to pursue.
Okay, I was caught off guard by this, and I am a member of the committee, so I just wanted to raise those questions. Thank you for answering them.
Okay.
Council President, can I just, on top of,
Yeah.
I've got a lot to say about this, and I will in my closing statement, but one of the things that concerned me here is I was taken off guard by this being even on the agenda, because we were unaware that we were even, the possibility that we could even purchase this property. And here, we're just finding out about it the night of a council meeting. And that very much upsets me. That is not transparent government. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else from council? No, seeing none, close council. Open to the public for questions on the resolutions only. Seeing none, close public, roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Menachino.
Yes.
Councilwoman Rena.
Yes.
Councilman Cohen.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Ambrosino.
Yes.
President Feinman.
Yes.
Thank you.
Item number 515.
Be it resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Brick that the following bills be paid and that the mayor and clerk be and are hereby authorized to draw orders on the treasurer for the amounts of the same. Computer bill resolution in the amount of $2,088,645.81.
Can I get a motion and a second on the computer bill resolution?
Motion.
Copy that. Thank you both. Open to council. Seeing none, close council. Open to the public for questions on the computer bill resolution only. Seeing none, close public. Roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Menachino.
Yes.
Councilwoman Rena.
Yes.
Councilman Cohen.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Ambrosino.
Yes.
President Feinman.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 516, please.
Be it resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Brick that the following bills be paid and that the mayor and clerk be and are hereby authorized to draw orders on the treasurer for the amounts of the same. Manual bill resolution in the amount of $2,176,572.44.
Thank you. Can I have a motion and a second on the manual bill resolution?
Motion.
Second.
Copy that. Thank you both. Open to council. Seeing none, close council. Open to public for questions on the manual bill resolution only. Seeing none, close public. Roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Menachino.
Yes.
Councilwoman Rena.
Yes.
Councilman Cohen.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Ambrosino.
Yes.
President Feinman.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to item number 61.
Bond ordinance providing for the acquisition and purchase of real property for open space preservation purposes by and in the Township of Brick in the County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, appropriating $125,000 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $118,750 in bonds or notes of the township to finance part of the cost thereof.
Council Vice President Ambrosino.
Thank you, Council President. As was stated previously, the Brick Open Space Savers Committee has recommended the acquisition at the location, Block 1420.16, Lot 1. This is an undersized lot on Pennsylvania. The size of the lot makes it ideal for preservation as opposed to the residential development. I think this was stated a little earlier. I know that there was some history here. I believe it was one of our boards that had actually rejected the variances necessary to develop on this lot. There was significant public opposition, especially to the neighborhood. It was clear that the proposed development would be a hardship for those that lived immediately in its vicinity. I believe this is the case. Please keep me honest here, Attorney Starkey, but that decision was appealed, ultimately overruled, and I think what we have is an opportunity to accommodate our residences and actually deliver on what do you think is best for their neighborhood by passing this. Thank you.
Thank you. And can I get a motion and a second on this ordinance?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Copy that. Thank you. Open to council. Seeing none, close council. Roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Menachino.
Yes.
Councilwoman Rena.
Yes.
Councilman Cohen.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Ambrosino.
Yes.
President Feinman.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to item number 7-1.
An ordinance of the Township of Brick, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, amending the Township Code in Section 288-50, Schedule 20, speed limits to limit the speed along the entire length of Linwood Avenue to 25 miles per hour.
Thank you. So I spoke about this last meeting, but this ordinance extends the 25-mile-per-hour speed limit along the full length of Linwood Avenue. It was introduced in response to concerns raised by residents in that neighborhood, and we appreciate those who took the time to provide feedback. As part of the process, the township conducted a formal traffic study using an established point-based system to ensure that any traffic control changes meet legal and safety standards. Based on the results of that study, four-way stop signs at this location were not warranted. However, we were able to implement a speed reduction and will also be installing 2 flashing LED speed signs. These signs will help alert drivers to their speed while allowing the township to continue monitoring traffic patterns and driving behavior over time. We want residents to know that their concerns have been heard and the township remains committed to improving safety wherever legally and practically possible. Thank you. Can I get a motion and a second on this ordinance?
Make a motion.
Second.
Copy that, thank you both. Open to council. Seeing none, close council. Open to public on just this ordinance. Seeing none, close public. Roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Menachino.
Yes.
Councilwoman Rena.
Yes.
Councilman Cohen.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Ambrosino.
Yes.
President Feynman.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to item number 8, public comments.
Please note that each person addressing the council during any section of the meeting during which public comment is permitted shall limit his or her remarks to 5 minutes pursuant to Brick Township Administrative Code, Section 2-33B.
Thank you. Is there anyone from public? Seeing none, close public. Moving on to council administration comments, starting with Mr. Starkey.
Thank you, Council President. I do not have anything for tonight.
Okay, thank you. Madam Mayor.
Thank you. I'll just talk about the Brick Open Space Savers briefly. So anyone that is interested in how the Brick Open Space Savers make their decision, they actually, over almost a 2-year period, starting, I want to say, I became mayor in 2023, so the process started at that point, and I think we finalized the process somewhere around mid-2024 for evaluating properties, and it's a pretty rigorous point system, and there are different portions of the evaluation that take a look at every single property. Some properties do drop in our laps. I say our, I am not the head of the committee. We have a resident that heads that committee, but it's quite rigorous, and I believe we have it, I will double check, but I believe we have that online so the public can see how those points are created for each of the different pieces of land that we look for. One of the things that we decided to do about a year ago was, after reaching out to people who own different portions of land throughout the township, sometimes we would get, responses, sometimes we wouldn't. We also decided to start looking at landlocked pieces of properties that that have no access points. There's no water and sewage, there's no access points, there's not even like paper roads leading to those properties that have likely been in families since, I don't want to say the 40s or 50s, that are just sitting there, and while we love to collect taxes on them, we also like to be able to provide those spaces for open space. So we reached out to those community members as well that own those properties to see if we could get land donations as well. So it's not always property purchases that the boss does. We have had some luck with some land donations as well, which has been great for us. But the number one priority for looking at properties is a willing seller. There are a lot of properties around town that we have reached out to on multiple occasions, and A, the seller wants to sell, or the owner wants to sell, and B, as Ms. Bergen said, they cannot negotiate the price, right? The price is what is set by when we do the, what's that called? The appraisal thing. I always want to say evaluation, that's not right. When we do the appraisal. So, and a lot of times once the appraisal comes back, the owner decides they think they can get a better deal, and they understand that we can't negotiate. Sometimes owners will come back to us after a while and say, you know what, I do want to sell, and other times they don't. So I will say for the Brick Open Space Saver Committee, they are a committed group of residents who really work very hard to try to get as many properties as possible each year that we can add to our open space. So I'm delighted to always work with them, and I want to commend them on the hard work that they do when we get together. It's not a short meeting. We go through every property, we discuss every possibility, and Ms. Rena, Councilwoman Rena, you've been at some of those meetings, so they're a dedicated group. So I just want to do a shout out to them. I appreciate the work that they do, and that's all I have for this evening.
Thank you. Ms. Bergen?
Nothing for me, thank you.
Thank you. Madam Clerk?
I did just want to clarify that the liquor licenses for the Barnegat Bay side, for Frit and JSM, those are all in-pocket licenses, so there's no cited premise. So even though the owners of the property may own the Barnegat Marina or the Brick Plaza or the Sports Dome site, it's not necessarily that those liquor licenses are going to be activated at those sites. They can transfer they could do the place to, when they activate it, they can establish a location.
Got a quick
at the
question.
site.
The Sports Dome site, you mentioned, the owner.
Yes.
That property has changed hands like 4 or 5 times since it started being built. Who owns the license? The original owner or the current owner?
I'm sorry, the property owner of this, JSM, actually has owned the site for 20 years. There was a settlement of litigation, and what happened in that settlement was the back part of the site was sold, it was separated and sold to the Sports Dome people. The JSM owns the front portion of the site where the.
So the Sports Dome doesn't have anything to do with it?
Correct. They're totally
Okay.
separate. You wouldn't know it looking at it, but they're totally separate, separately owned, separately run.
Okay, very good, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the further clarification.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't have anything else.
Okay, thank you. Madam Secretary.
No, thank you.
Councilman Albanese.
Yeah, I just appreciate everybody coming out. I'll continue to pray for the Mueller family, everybody affected in this terrible tragedy. I'm going to congratulate the police officers that got promoted, and the lifeguards, Rob Brown. And on a lighter note, Brick Memorial won the Shore Conference the state semifinal, Group 3, yesterday in a heroic fashion. Came down to the last out. I forget the kid's name, got a hit. They're going on to the final, Group 3 state final, Sunday, 10 o'clock at Rutgers University. So, congratulations, boys, and good luck.
Perry, just to add that it's the first time in Brick Memorial history that the baseball team is going this far.
Well,
It's absolutely amazing.
They won a sectional title, which is the furthest that they've ever went. And they won the semis, and so.
They're going to win this
They're
on
making
Sunday.
history.
No doubt they're going to win this on Sunday.
All right, excellent. Thank you. Councilman Minikino.
Thank you. I'd like to congratulate the officers and also Captain Jack and the lifeguards. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Reyna.
Yes, my congratulations to our promoted officers. Also, thank you to the folks that were here this evening. Their grief is palpable and heartbreaking, and I'm glad that they were here to share their stories. And I also want to thank our Ocean County Commissioners, our County BA and engineer. I do want to share a final thought with respect to resolution number 2. So I also commend the dedication of boss Marianne Gulata leads that committee, and she is tireless, and her enthusiasm is palpable. I have nothing but praise for the work of that committee. What I'm calling out here is a lack of transparency, or perhaps a lack of communication in terms of I did not hear any discussion of this at any committee meetings, nor was, to my knowledge, there any documentation and minutes of said meetings. So again, surprised to see this on the agenda, and as a committee member to not have known about it beforehand. But thank you very much. Have a great night.
Thank you. Excuse me, Councilman Cohen.
Well, first, congratulations to Brick Memorial Baseball. Hard win. Watched them progress as my son played with them. And now they're hitting the state finals. He's not there anymore. But, congratulations to them, to Coach Riz, an amazing team. Brick should be proud, as we always are, of all of our sports teams. I'd like to touch quickly, the tragedy with Jackson is just, I said last meeting, as a father of 7 children, as a transportation coordinator, running public school bus in the state of New Jersey, and having been a supervisor here in Brick Township for almost 6 to the 10 years that I worked in Brick in the school district in the transportation department. It's a bunch of very dedicated people who are concerned about the safety of your children. Our primary goal, the first thing we do day in and day out, is the safety and the safety of the children. It's the first thing we think about. It doesn't matter whether that child is a walker or getting on a school bus. It is about the safety of the children. The laws in New Jersey, in my opinion, are screwed up, as is everything else in the state. But it's 2.5 mile walk for a high school student. It's 2 mile walk for preschool through 8th grade. Sidewalks, not required. Crossing guards, not required. This is an issue that we need to talk to our state legislators about, and you guys did a great job in getting in touch with Paul Kanitra. He's going to, if he takes this issue, knowing him, and I know him well, he's going to run with it. One other thing I want to say about the transportation part of this is that we need to reduce the amount of cars that are on Lanesville Road. Lanesville Road has been crazy. My kids went to, at one point in time, went to Lanesville Elementary School. I went to Brick Memorial High School. And I want parents to understand that children are more likely to arrive to school safely on a school bus than in a passenger car. 70 times more likely to arrive to school safely on a school bus than in a passenger car. If you have busing available to you, you need to put your children on the bus. You need to reduce the amount of cars that are going up and down Lanesville Road for the safety of the people living on that road, for the safety of the children, and for the safety of 3 schools that are sitting on Lanesville Road along with Brick American Baseball. The congratulations to all the police officers that came out today, were promoted. We've got one of the best police departments, I think, in the state of New Jersey, and most definitely right here in Ocean County. We have a lot to be proud of. I'd also like to thank the lifeguards for coming out. Now, the statements that I actually had, if I can get this to open for me. Before we close, I want to address the purchase of the triangular lot in Pennsylvania, Illinois. And I'm not going to sugarcoat a single word of this. I support buying this property. It protects the neighborhood. It stops court-ordered development that never should have been on the table in the first place. But let's call the situation what it is: a failure of the system that left Brick taxpayers holding a 6-figure bill for a lot that sold for $22,500 just 2 years ago. Here's some facts. The lot was undersized and unbuildable. The zoning board did the right thing and voted it down. A Superior Court judge overturned them and ordered the board to work with the applicant anyway. The ruling forced the township into a corner, accept a court-mandated home, or buy the property for $125,000. This is not normal. This is not fair, and it's not something taxpayers should ever have to expect to swallow quietly, and it's money that wasn't budgeted. And let me be clear about something. Residents deserve to understand. The mayor appoints every member of the planning board and the zoning board, not this council, not the minority party on this council, and not you, the voters. And naturally, those boards reflect the mayor's political ideology, a liberal, Democrat-driven approach to land use and density that does not match the values of many Brick residents. These appointments shape decisions long before it ever reaches this dais. And when those decisions get overturned in court, the taxpayers pay the price. So yes, I support the purchase because at this point, it's the only responsible option left to protect the neighborhood. But I will not pretend that this is acceptable. I will not pretend that this is good governance. And I will not pretend that paying 5 times the original value of the property is something residents should just shrug off. This is what happens when Trenton mandates collide with judicial overreach and land use boards do not reflect the priorities of the people who live here. My job, the job of the Republicans on this council, and our promise is simple: protect neighborhoods, protect taxpayers, and speak the truth even when it makes people uncomfortable. Council President, thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Travers.
I just wanted to congratulate all the police officers on the promotions and thank Rob Brown and the lifeguards and, of course, Captain Jack for coming out, as well as the county office, including the commissioner and the engineer. I think something we can all agree on up here is that we want to work on making that road and the safest it can be for our students and our kids. Thank you.
Thank you. Council Vice President Ambrosino.
Thank you, Council President. I do want to congratulate all of the police officers that were promoted this evening and to thank every member of our Brick PD for keeping us all safe. I'd also like to congratulate Rob Brown and Captain Jack and show my appreciation to all of the lifeguards that keep me, my family, my kids, and everybody in town safe at the beaches. I think it's also worth, just like you mentioned, Councilman Cohen, recognizing the dedication of our bus drivers and our crossing guards. Right? This is a group of individuals that do touch our children's lives every day, and I know that they do take that very seriously, and I appreciate them for that. I'd also like to extend my sincere gratitude to Commissioner Bacchione and Commissioner Gorman, and our county administrator and our county engineer for showing up here tonight. I do know that immediately in the wake of this horrific tragedy, the requests that had come from our mayor and from our traffic safety officers and from this council were met and responded to immediately by the county. And I know that our school board has been involved in that as well. I think it is laudable that everyone puts politics aside, for sure, and does what is right and necessary to best serve our community. And I will say again that my prayers and the prayers of the entire Ambrosino family remain with Jackson Muller's family and his friends. For a couple of items that you had brought up, Councilman Cohen, I just want to say that on many things we very much agree. I do just want to point out for clarification that it was actually our board that made the same decision that we've made here tonight, right, to not allow this property to be developed. I think that's the right decision. I also agree with you wholeheartedly that there's nothing I hate more than a judicial ruling that overturns a decision that is either made by this governing body or one of our boards. That's why I view it as imperative that the authority of those boards is something that we maintain as a governing body, so that they have a say, and those representatives from our town and those representatives of our town have a say in what is developed and what can be built here in our town. That's it for this evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I also want to recognize and thank all of the police officers in regards to their promotions. I believe he's the Deputy Chief Matthews now, but both he and his dad, Coach Al, were my son's first baseball coach X number of years ago. So it really is awesome. It's such a strong sense of community, and it really is awesome to be part of this community. In terms of the tragic event, I remember, last meeting we talked about emotions, and anger is still with me because what happened was it just should not have happened. And ever since then, I'm paying more attention to not just drivers on the road, but kids and adults who are riding bikes, scooters, and e-bikes inappropriately. They're on the wrong side of the road and they're not wearing helmets. And this is an issue where it's all hands on deck. So we need everyone out there to participate in safety. So if you know anyone who's riding a bike or e-bike or a scooter, just please remind them to follow the traffic safety rules, be on the same road, the same way as traffic, and wear a helmet. And if we all stick together, we can all stay safe and have fun. Thank you. The next scheduled public meeting will be Tuesday, June 23rd, 2026 at 7 p.m. Can I get a motion and a second to adjourn?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting